Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I'm having a very nice day, and I'm in the mood to play some tracks and let y'all in on it too. So here we go. There's no plan. There's no set list established ahead of time. We're just gonna go with the flow and see what I sound like today. If you like what you hear and you would like to support my practice, please consider leaving a donation using the link in the description, using the For Friends and Family option. I do these broadcasts for free, but your support is still appreciated and welcomed. Alright, well, enough of that. Let's listen to some jazz. The first track is going to be a Miles Davis tune, and I guess it's a reflection of my mood. It's no warm-up. We're going straight into it. Up-tempo, kind of. And we go. Miles Davis tune called 4. That's it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Not sure if you can tell, but I'm having a ball. Dinkin' Flicka. Feels good. Let's do Sonny Rollins tune next. Why not? Why not? This is the opening track from what's probably Sonny Rollins' best-known album. It's called Saxophone Colossus. It was recorded in 1956 and one of the best hard bop albums ever laid down. This it is a calypso tune called Saint Thomas. Let's hear it.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And fun was had by all. Very nice. Ooh, thank you everybody who's listening. Russell, my new friend John. I don't believe I've met you in person, but we're both part of the online jazz guitar community. And anybody who's part of that is a friend of mine for sure. Let's go on and do, Let's go on and now we're gonna really slew it down. We're gonna slew it down for a pair of tunes that I think go very, very well together. No, not gonna do the pair. I'm gonna do just the one. And this one's in memory of my best friend Eli Utterback, who unfortunately passed away around this time in 2011. This is a song that Benny Golson wrote that instantly became a standard in, I think it was 1954 or 55, maybe 56. Sometime in the mid-1950s, there was this fabulous trumpet player named Clifford Brown, and he and Bud Powell's brother Richie and one of their wives got killed in a car accident, and it really messed everybody up, especially the drummer Max Roach. He was never really the same after that. So this is a ballad called "I Remember Clifford." Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I hope he would have been proud of that rendition I just did for him. And I'm not going to let that bring down my mood. We're going to move on to a standard, one of the standard of standards. This one is called Stella by Starlight. Oh, and thank you so much for continuing to listen. Most people don't stick around very much, but I understand. This kind of music isn't everybody's cup of tea. But I hope my mood is my good mood is infectious, and that I can somehow transcend all of the wires and all of the screens and all of the nonsense that might divide us, so that you might share in how good of a day I am having and how much fun I'm enjoying being a musician today. All right, and thank you, because you're listening. That's why I do this. Also to document things, but no, mostly for you. All right, let's go. Stella by Starlight.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I got carried away with that. I wasn't paying attention. I missed the head out. What are the consequences of this? Are there any? No! It's music. If you make a mistake, you just go on. Usually nobody notices anyway. Well, let's do another one from that same collection. What is this thing called love?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I just made up a new trick at the way end there. Use the feedback. Attenuate that by doing a little micro bend. So if you have a full hollow body arch top, that's one of the main problems with these guitars is you get feedback. There's a number of ways to deal with that, usually by avoiding notes, but this time I just decided to say no. And it worked. That's cool. So that's the trick. Hold down whatever note is causing feedback, and it will do that. It will sustain, and then do a little micro bend to control the feedback from breaking your amplifier. With vibrato too, it sounds cool. I'm going to use that trick again at some point. All right. Thank you for listening, John. I'll see you later. Okay. Next up, we have... Why not? An up-tempo rendition of Just Friends. Let's make sure I'm still in tune, and then off we go.
One, two, 3.
That was a tune called Just Friends. I'm gonna slow down and do a song now. This one is called It Could Happen to You. Ba-da-ba-da-da. Ooh, there's that feedback note again.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
First false start of the day. It's an easier way.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Woof! Here's a ballad called Everything Happens to Me. Oh no. I mean, everything that happens to you does happen to you. So there's that. But I mean, come on, you can be a grown up and deal with your own problems, right? Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. I know what's next. What's coming next, you say? Well, maybe I'll tell you. When I find it, of course. Here it is. Duke Ellington's song. This one is follows a kind of chord progression that is incredibly common in jazz. The only chord progression that has more tunes written for it is the blues progression. This one, it's the changes for a song called I've Got Rhythm. But there's so many hundreds, thousands of contrafacts written for that chord progression. Many of them have become standards, including the one I'm about to play, that we simply call it rhythm changes. And this is Duke Ellington's take on rhythm changes. This is a song called Perdido.
One, two, 1, 2, 3,
4.
I chose a spicy tone to end that one on. 3-6-2-5-1 1-6-2-5-1. These are two of the most basic patterns that you'll see in all of the songs I've played today in abundance. And you know what? Let's do one where we don't have that. Let's do a Miles Davis song. So what happened was in the development of jazz, after the generation that was most influenced by Charlie Parker, although Miles Davis was he did play with Charlie Parker, but he was very young, and I consider him to have been heavily influenced by Parker, though he was a great artist, perhaps even a greater artist in his own right. This type of jazz developed in the 1940s, was called bebop. It had, and it was characterized by fast tempos and loads and loads and loads of chords in the chord progressions of these songs. Many of them were contrafacts of the popular tunes of the day. Contrafact, by the way, I used that word in introducing rhythm changes and perdido. That is simply an alternative melody that has been written for the same chord progression. If I want to compose a tune, I usually don't, but if I were to compose a jazz tune, it would probably be a contrafact, so I could play it with one of these things and have my own little spin on it. Yeah. Either way, enough of that. So Miles Davis, who was never stood still in his whole life, and everything he came up with was just magically amazing and awesome. He decided that he was a little bit fed up with the sheer number of chord changes and the rapidity with which they appeared in bebop. So he decided in the late 1950s to do an experiment where he made songs with the most sparse chord progressions possible. I'm talking about the entire thing holds, or entire sections holding on one chord. And see, not harmonically, not all chords are created equal. Some of them constrain you more than others. And so Miles Davis chose to use a minor seventh chord in the one I'm about to play, called So What, the opening track from Kind of Blue, which is perhaps the greatest jazz album ever recorded. And the minor seventh chord is one of the most harmonically flexible chord qualities that exists. So that is the real challenge of this tune, is there is so little. You see, normally in a song like the standards I've been playing all day, the chord changes themselves function like a roadmap that like kind of can guide you through the tune, the way I guess the way a bobsleigh speeds down the track. It's not completely self-directed. Miles Davis took that away from us, and for that reason, modal jazz, even though because of how simple they are, these are usually some of the first tunes that we start beginners on who are aspiring jazz musicians. But in truth, these are among the most difficult tunes to stay fresh on for a straight-ahead jazz musician like me, who's used to having that detailed roadmap, that distinctive melody to guide. That just simply does not exist here. So enough preamble, enough history. Let's listen to how I do today on a song called So What, which has a form where for 16 bars it's on D minor 7, then for 8 bars it goes up a half step, E flat minor 7, and then for another 8 bars it goes back to D minor 7. So really, really hitting the bare minimum amount of harmonic progression that you could possibly have in a song. All right, let's go.
One, two, three.
Gotta love the live fade out. I mean, I don't know if they did a live fade out, but I did. That's always a really, really fun way to end a tune. I'm going to continue along the vein of songs that we usually introduce new jazz students to, people who maybe they have a good background on their instruments, maybe they don't, but for one reason or another, they are ambitious enough to take the plunge and at least try to do this stuff. I mean, jazz it's not like some monstrous thing to be afraid of. The only thing there is to do as a musician is grow from your experiences. Try it out. If you don't like it, or if you find that you can't do it, if you find you can't do it, hopefully that spurs you on to try harder for years, like it did for me. Or you can take a lick or two, a rhythm or two, and apply it to the music that you're used to playing. That works particularly well for blues musicians. Stevie Ray Vaughan liked to dabble in jazz. Jimi Hendrix loved dabbling in jazz a little bit, and Carlos Santana's whole playing style was very heavily influenced by the modal jazz of Miles Davis that I was just playing now. I mean, I'm not Miles Davis, but the concepts. Really, Santana's one of the jazziest rock guitarists of his generation. He does it oh so well. So I'm going to do another one, basic, easy song at a slow tempo. As a matter of fact, Jamie Aebersold, who is the publisher who produced all of these backgrounds you've heard me play on today. At some point a few decades ago, he decided to put together a collection of backups specifically geared towards the beginner. And this is one of those from that collection, which is volume 54, Maiden Voyage. This is a song composed by Duke Ellington called Satin Doll. It's very simple, and it's one of my favorite songs. You see, that's the thing about these simple tunes, is they're just as appropriate for a beginner as they are for an intermediate, as they are for a professional, as they are for the all-time masters of the craft. I mean, Duke Ellington wrote this song, man. All of the jazz greats have recorded this song. Just because it's a simple tune doesn't mean it's... let's go. Satin Doll.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
lost track on another one and missed the head out. I should pay more attention. I believe I'm having far too much fun. It's not good, folks. It's not good. Here, I'm gonna play a ballad. This might be my closer. I don't know. We'll see how I feel in 7 minutes. This one is called I Don't Stand a Ghost of a Chance with You.
One, two, three, four.
Yep, that was the closer, for sure. Oh wow, I felt really good making this track today, and I'm glad that that everybody or that somebody can share in how good of a day I'm having. But that's all I've got for now. I will see you next time. Bye bye. See you later.